100 of the world's best BMX riders from 22 countries across the globe, battling for 12 spots in the BMX Street and BMX Park finals. This is the first true test of the year. The ultimate presentation of progression. Welcome to Simple Session 2018. Coming up in the program, we bring you all the highlight action from Tallinn, Estonia, where once again, Saku Arena will play host to the 18th edition of Simple Session. We profile reigning BMX Street champion Garrett Reynolds.
When I was a kid, I dreamed of nothing else but being able to live this life and be able to travel with people I looked up to. Being able to make that happen is probably my proudest achievement.
We find out what Simple Session means to BMX Park legend Daniel Dares.
It has a different vibe from all the other events. You know new stuff is gonna happen, you know crazy stuff is gonna happen.
But first, we check in with BMX judge Van Homan to get the Simple Session lowdown and to find out how the riders will be scored.
Simple Session differs from a lot of events in that it brings a lot of riders of different styles and really different spirits together into one venue. And you get to see all your favorite riders in one place. The reason Simple Session's divided Park and Street is just to let those guys excel at what they do to the maximum. You have guys doing really technical rail links and things like that, and then you have the more high-speed park lines, big box jump tricks and things like that. So they're very different styles of riding, and I think dividing them just allows the riders to excel and progress that style of riding even more. So Park definitely has that wow factor, big air, people are going upside down, but the street riding is just as difficult. When you're judging Park, I mean, you're looking for line choice for sure. You want to see them keeping their flow, their momentum, and of course, the difficulty and execution of the tricks is huge. Creativity is another big factor. You want to see something original. I think with the street guys, you're just looking for good lines and, again, keeping your flow, keeping things smooth, and the difficulty. A lot of these guys can do really difficult tricks consistently. That's what's going to separate the winners from the guys in the back of the pack, is just the consistency out here. The combination of your final score is going to be based on the difficulty of your tricks, the execution, and just the way you flow on the course. As a rider and as a judge, sitting up in that judging tower, it's a great place to be. You get the best view, and I love these events. I mean, it's a lot of pressure having to put in those numbers, but you get to just absorb every emotion and everything that happens out there. So it's a good thing to be a part of.
The competition format for both BMX Park and Street allows the 12 finalists 3 one-minute runs each. With one throwaway run, the rider's best 2 scoring runs would be added together. The rider with the highest combined score wins.
Reed Stark. Wind him up and watch him go. Starting off with that big wall ride again, I think he's been able to put out of the back of his mind the soreness of the ankle, and he's going to come out swinging.
Well, we talked about the bottomless pit of positivity that is Reed Stark, and here is the proof. Not letting a really badly swollen ankle, probably nastily sprained, get in the way. No brakes on this bike, so just eking his way around there, trying to drift, speed. And you said it before, he's cracked the code that Nate Wessel, the course designer here, set. Oh, and he makes amends for the trick that he dropped in the second run. You just wouldn't know that one of his feet is barely working. Powering through this third and final run. And his first run score of 85.6 could be enough to carry him through here if he can continue this run. That was phenomenal. Take a bow, you big giraffe. What a run from Reed Stark. 91 points for Reed Stark. That gives him a total of 176.6. It's good enough for 4th place.
Boosting around the course with a suspected ankle fracture, the man with the long grow and the get fresh flow, Reed Stark, dug deep in his final run, posted a combined score of 176.6.
Next in, though, we have Brock Rayford.
The man-child back in for his second run.
Rayford taking run 2 of 3, bar spin to ice.
Bar to ice. 2-tire ride to 180 bar off. Great start to his second run. 2-tire ride up, 3 off. Oh! That's the trick that won Dan Lacey best trick just a few years ago.
The trick is one thing. I think the ultimate trick was the janitor he pulled in cleaning that up and getting out of it.
Bar into the taco, 3 out. Oh! Beautiful 3 over the rail.
And he's starting to smile now.
Yeah.
He's got that Midas touch. Every trick he's going for is turning to gold.
Oh.
Look at that.
Throwing the hat off.
Slowing it right down.
Oh! Tooth to hop over double peg. And that's a short rail to do that.
Just muscling this bike round. Little pop over the rail. And that is another very, very solid run from Brock Rayford. Brock Rayford, big smile on his face. He's got 2 fantastic runs in the bag. And the score in 93.6. That is enough to push him into the top spot.
Keeping things super consistent, Brock Rayford earned himself scores in the 90s for all 3 runs. A combined score of 185.4 put him in strong contention for a podium finish.
And we've got the next rider who's got a fantastic first run score already in his locker. Bruno Hoffman sat on a 93.6. And this is going to start getting very, very close now.
Starting out big, that was using the rails like a rhythm section out there, and I say rhythm because he's putting a lot of tech combos down on every single rail that he crosses his path. There you go, 270.
Get the feeling that Bruno is nearly a tortured artist when it comes to street. Whoa!
180 over the rail to full cab, back to fakie. 180 nose bonk over the volcano.
He's literally ratcheting up the points with every second he spends on this course.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
The precision just letting the front wheel dip and then pulling off it again.
Because on that, it's a lucky grind, so you're missing your front peg, catching just your back peg and your pedal.
It's incredible, everything he did there. It just looked perfect. There wasn't even a stumble. 95.1, it's not quite as strong as Garrett Reynolds' single run score, but combined with that 93.6, it gives him 188.7, and things are getting very, very tight at the top here.
Proving that he traveled to Tallinn for more than just the party, German tech wizard Bruno Hoffman styled his way to a score of 188.7. Coming into his 3rd and final run, Garrett Reynolds needed a score higher than 93.5 if he was to retain his simple session title. Before we see his run, let's learn a little more about the King of Combo.
My name's Garrett Reynolds. I'm 27 years old. I'm from Toms River, New Jersey, but I live in San Diego, California, and I'm a professional BMX rider. Turning pro at the age of 15 was crazy. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, to have it happen that young was really like a shock to me because there's so many talented riders, and we all have, like, each one of us possesses an individual talent. So I just never saw it happening for me, to be honest. When I was a kid, I dreamed of nothing else but being able to live this life and be able to travel with people I looked up to. So being able to make that happen is probably my proudest achievement. Simple session to me is about as important as any other contest. It's just like, I'm gonna go out there and do what I do, try to do my best, but competing terms, like just try to do good. Like, and if you can't, it's not a big deal because I'm very lucky to live the life I do and be able to ride my bike every day for fun.
Oh my gosh. All right, check it out. Tail whip to manual to bar spin like nothing. Are you kidding me?
Just flowing and doing what Garrett does best.
There's that double tire ride.
The Estonian crowds are lit. When they're doing finals, people are juiced. Like, the stands are packed to the brim. They're ready to go. They're partying. They're screaming. They want to see everyone kill it. Like, it's so sick to see. Sometimes that doesn't happen at every contest, so it's sick to be in that kind of like hyped up crowd, and you just want to do your best for them.
We know that Garrett Reynolds has got the firepower. The only question left is whether or not he can handle the pressure. And something he's pretty used to, Drew.
Starting off similar.
It's almost like the arena is collectively holding its breath. Garrett flicking a smile at Bruno Hoffman there with one lap down.
Oh. Switch grind up the rail to tail whip, truck driver over the bank to bank.
This run's finding momentum.
Beautiful little table over the volcano. Oh, coming back for this. It was like the same thing from his first, like, it was picture perfect again. It was like they just mirrored it.
The consistency to be able to do that.
This is when it counts. Switch whip. And a 180 whip.
Wow.
Now the judges have a harder job. Pressure goes straight to the judges now.
95.8. It is the biggest single run score we've seen so far, and out of a possible 200, Garrett Reynolds has 191.
Garrett's final run was nothing short of spectacular. He nailed every combo in the Reynolds Encyclopedia of Trickology, putting on a master class of BMX Street magic.
I got a run I was psyched on, and then like everyone killed it right after, and it's like it was anyone's game. Either way, I'm psyched on in front of a crowd that really cares about this event.
So Reynolds deservedly kept his simple session crown, with Bruno Hoffman and Brock Rayford completing the podium. BMX Street had the swelling crowds amped, but the prospect of the BMX Park final had them frothing with anticipation.
Jack Clark. He's one of the most relaxed riders out there, but it's just his style. He will attack this course, and there is a real sense of spontaneity and creativity, isn't there?
He's like a little bulldog, and every ramp out here is like a piece of furniture. He just turns around, sees a new piece of furniture, and just wants to tear it apart.
He hails from Essex, the end of the River Thames as it joins the North Sea.
Ooh! Beautiful view of that three table over the box.
Cranking in between each one.
Losing a little speed on that hang up right there, but keeping it going.
Look how hard he's cranking, the big pull out. It's amazing. He came straight and he saw that and he pulled it out in his first practice runs. As soon as he saw that wall, he knew what he wanted to do.
Yes, I got a chance to talk to him before the contest. He said, this is the exact same setup I have at my local park, so he's like, I feel at home on it.
There's that element of luck you were talking about. If you know features like this, if they feel familiar, then you're at an instant advantage. You know what's really impressive about that? We've seen a lot of riders back off from that last 10 seconds. He looked like he was actually accelerating.
He was trying to put the gas on even harder.
Jack Clark is not just a podium contender anymore. He's making a really serious play for first place with that run, I think.
Unable to build on his first run score of 87.6, Jack Clark's combined score of 173.3 would see him place 5th overall. Having finished runner-up in Simple Session 2017, Daniel Dares had the top spot firmly in his sights. Before we see his 3rd and final run, we get to know Dynamic Double D a little better.
I'm Daniel Dares from Caracas, Venezuela, 32 years old, and I'm a professional BMX rider. I've been coming to Thailand for about 10 years now, and it's awesome. The city is small enough, it's very affordable. One of the best skate parks in the world is here, and it's overall a good time. You know, Simple Session is one of the most important events in the world. It has a different vibe from all the other events, and you know new stuff is gonna happen, you know crazy stuff is gonna happen. When you're in the arena, the roar of the people is so warming that I guess the adrenaline spikes up and it's like, well, it's time to send it.
I'm from the home where the boys will leave you without a hope in hell. A lonely world, I used to think you would know me well. Ready for war, so I brought more liquor. Sharpen my sword like I brought more killer.
After getting 2nd last year, I think it would be nice to win, but it's difficult, man. This event brings the best riders around the world. Anybody could come on top. You have the new guys like Ricky and Justin Dowell. They have newer tricks, but they might not have the experience. Then you have guys like Ryan Nyquist, who's been around for a long time. And then you have wildcards like Larry Edgar and Kevin Peraza, who they ride the course so differently from everybody else, or so high that, you know, if they put their stuff together, it's so impressive to watch that, you know, that's why it's such a battle. I think the hardest job here is to try to be a judge watching so many different styles of riding. You know, you ride a sick park, you have the most insane parties, and you know, you're here with all your friends after not seeing them for a while, so it's kind of hard to miss Simple Session.
Daniel Dares currently in 8th. Let's see what he's got here. Whoa!
That was unreal. Air traffic controller, that is a testament to Dave Mira. Dave Mira was the first rider to figure that out, and today actually would have been Dave's birthday, so with Dave, we miss you. Daniel, that was awesome for pulling that out.
What an amazing homage to the
Flare
legend.
whip on the quarter.
30 seconds, Double D. Daniel Dares pouring it off when it counts again. That is how you become a consistent champion.
Really starting to turn up the trick count now. He's not letting one single area of this course get away. He's just cranking the little tricks in there.
3 double whip over the box, double whip on the quarter.
15.
He's starting to find his stride now. We're seeing the run that Dan Dares is famous for.
6 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2.
One more trick from Daniel. Flare X up.
A round of applause in the commentary booth here from Drew Besançon. 88.30, that gives us 175.1.
History would not be repeated. It wasn't to be Daniel's year. Unable to post a run in the 90s, Dares finished with a combined score of 175.1, enough for 4th.
Kenneth Tencio is on top of that wall ride, and
oh! Woo! Well, he took Alex Nikulins. Oh, and he's landed that flare that bit him on the first run as well. Kenneth Tencio stepping this final up another gear.
Let Ken Intencio hear you.
360 Superman seat grab. So much extension. Hand whip on the quarter.
That was ridiculous.
Takes his hand off the bar, grabs the seat, and throws the tail whip with his hand rather than kicking it with his feet.
I love this. Kenneth Tensio bringing a completely unique and new run for his third run. Oh,
perfect 3 double whip over the box.
He was so patient waiting for the catch, wasn't he?
Yes.
So 14 seconds, Kenneth. Don't claim it yet, Kenneth.
He's still got some time left.
10 seconds, Kenneth. 270.
And it's strong.
Been thrown in. Out of the ditch with the 3, 2, 1.
Nice.
Give it up for Ken Intencio.
Look how stoked he is. You can see how much it means to him. 91.2. And that boosts Kenneth Tensio up to the top of the standings.
Hailing from Costa Rica, Kenneth Tensio pulled out all the stops in his third and final run to post a score worthy of the podium.
Irek Rizaev from Krasnodar in Russia.
Yeah, doing a rodeo-style toboggan.
Oh.
4-hit combo, 360 tail-whip bar spin.
Last minute on that bar spin.
Eric's consistency with insane combination tricks is unreal.
Showing you the progression of BMX and also
Well, you come back to that old BMX adage that for so many riders it seems like time just slows down for them. For us mortals, it looks like it's just not possible to fit that many combos into one set of airtime.
Might be something in the Russian water.
Okay. Wow, starting to get really loose now.
Is one of my all-time favorite tricks that Eric does. It's a truck driver to Superman seat grab Indian Air. I believe he's the only rider in the world doing that trick right now.
Truck driver seat grab to Indian Air.
Ooh, very strong run from Eric.
Very, very strong. 91.2, so consistency has worked for Irek Rizaev.
Riding like his life depended on it, Irek Rizaev gave his Russian fans something to cheer about. A tidy score of 176.8 was point enough for second on the podium.
Next in, Jose Torres from Argentina. Maybe not the most technical rider out there, but he just goes absolutely huge.
360 down whip to start, straight into a 360 triple whip.
Wow. Just wow.
I think he's one of my new favorite riders.
So much speed, so much flow through here. There was me opening it up with he's not that technical, and we get the biggest box trick we've seen so far, I think.
Yeah, technical weird. Maybe not so technical on the street side of things, but on the box jump, I'd follow that under technical.
Estonia, does he have your support?
Here we go. Jose Torres starting to raise the temperature here inside the Sacco Arena. Oh, so big.
The amplitude is just a treat to watch.
We've seen that trick a couple of times tonight. Jakob Nedler, Kenneth Tensio, Larry Edgar, and that is by far the biggest one we've seen. And when you're comparing him to Larry Edgar, that's something.
Definitely. That was an extremely strong run.
92.2.
The park terrain belonged to Argentinian rider Jose Torres. Jose posted the highest score of the day in his first run and then consolidated the win with his third.
No, realmente este es un campeonato mundial que como le digo a Daniel era algo que veía desde chiquito, solo por YouTube, y estar acá presente y obtener un buen resultado, hasta el momento no lo puedo creer.
He says that this is the biggest event he's ever won ever. You know, one of the biggest in the world. He was telling me that he used to watch this on TV here, so he still can't believe what just happened. He's just super happy, and seriously, the best thing that's ever happened to him.
A massive congratulations to all the BMX finalists that qualified from a field of 100 riders. Special props go out to the top 3 in both disciplines who get to taste the oh-so-sweet champagne. We hope you've enjoyed the 18th edition of the now iconic Simple Session. We'll catch you all again next year for more BMX awesomeness. Until next time, it's adios.